Hey, how's it going? We are back for some more Daily Race B on Gran Turismo 7. We are at Lago Maggiore in the reverse circuit on the Group 4 cars, and we're using the Mégane Trophy. As with last night, still trying to push towards A+, see if we can get there. Not far, but with the mixture of good racing and Carnage, it could be a way away. We've lost DR as much as gained it yesterday, I think. Pretty much finished in the same place we started. But we'll get a couple of laps in, or a lap at least, before the race starts. So we've got a race in 4 minutes. So hopefully we'll get some good racing in. I don't know where I am on the leaderboards at the moment because I've not raced it today. We'll see. Hopefully we'll get some good races tonight. Maybe people have learned the circuit a bit better. And everyone's a bit faster probably. And maybe some more A drivers because there was a lot of B guys on last night. But we will see how we go on for the main bit. Right, let's see what's what. So we are on, if I just put the controller on for the horizontal stream there. So we're fourth on the list at the moment. Got an RTR guy jumped in above us. We're probably out. We're going to be outside the top 400, top 100, 128 still. That's not too bad. Let's try Mr. Estevez, or Senor Estevez, I guess. It's Argentina, isn't it? We'll try his ghost and see how we go on. Stick the brake balance on for the quali. I mean, one of the main issues last night was all the penalties we picked up. So really, we need to try and avoid some of those. That would help a lot. And also a better racing line around that corner might help too. Not the best line to start with. Seems to be losing a lot of time on that corner. That cost us a lot yesterday. He's trying to get the turn in right. And this bit cost us some penalties. Got to be really careful of cutting that, I think. We need to work on a better line through there as well. But as long as you don't go off the circuit, it's not too bad, I suppose. Need to change up to third quicker there. We're going to get a bit of a lap in anyway for the next lap. Not much, I guess. Yeah, 3 brake balance is quite a lot on this. Terrible line as well. Hey, JB. Diesel. Interesting comment. What do you mean by diesel? Right, let's see how we get on for the first race. Is it going to be a good one? So a third. Ah, Mav's in. He's got a good time. Monsieur de Lima is ahead of us now. Still tons of B drivers. It's like everyone's avoiding this race. Either that or the B drivers are doing particularly well. Some really good quali times. Or is it just that there's a big gap? There is quite a big gap, isn't there, in the quality? There is quite a gap. Because we're on a 2065 and the B driver's on a 2071, so that's like over half a second away. But yeah, we need to try and stay out of trouble. Hey Matt, how's it going? Yeah, not so bad. Ask me again after the first race. It might be, it might not be so good. We'll see how it goes. At least I'm behind the Mégane this time, and not the 4C. Because I had a few races behind the 4C yesterday to start off, and it's horrible. Because you catch up to it instantly. And then you've got nowhere to go. So we're getting into loads of trouble just straight off the first corner. But it's just, it's Mégane's in front now. And behind. I don't think the GT is going to be much of a problem. But we'll see how we go. Dog's going mad on his bed, if you hear that in the background. A little bit heavy on the accelerator through there, on cold tyres. Again, not the best through there. Is he going to go for a push or is he going to try for the move? He's gone for the push, well legend. That is the right thing to do. Try not to hit the wall. Can hear sliding behind with the sun glare on the rear view mirror. It's horrible through there. Need to get some pace on to try and catch up with these. Caught that, unfortunately. Just checking what the dog's doing. Oh, lost a little bit of speed through there. Oh, penalty. Rubbish. Hey, pixel slammer. Slightly better exit, but I'm going to lose out when we get to the penalty line anyway. Hopefully we won't lose too many places. Gonna lose a couple of places anyway. Struggling with the brakes through there. Got second ahead of the guy behind, so gotta try and stick with that. See if any of these guys make a mistake in front. There's always the potential for carnage. Yeah. It's tricky. Horribly slow through there though. Need to find a much better line. I'm not going out wide enough, I don't think. Lost so much through that last sector. Kick it off behind. Nearly. Nearly went. See, Matt's made an error here. Oh, terrible line. Just not braking at all. Yeah, not the best. Still, first race, bit of a warm-up. to change the screen over for the vertical stream on that one. Sorry about that. I usually switch it to a race view. Well, thanks everyone for popping in. Don't forget to leave a like if you haven't already. Consider subscribing if you're new, of course. And as I've referred to, we do stream horizontal and vertical at the same time. Let's down some of this tea before it gets cold. Hopefully we've gained some DR. But yeah, it was a bit sloppy, that one. No, we didn't. Oh well. It's going to be one of those nights then. We're going to have to finish better. If we'd have finished above Matt, we'd have made it, I think. It's just that last cut, that slip up at the end messed us up. Yeah, never mind. Bit of a shame. Shouldn't have lost much, though. Yeah, it's hardly anything. Like, it must have been pixels. Too much milk in the tea. There's not that much in it. It's what's the name? It's an extra strong tea as well. Need the caffeine this time of night. Right. We'll stick with this one, because I quite like that ghost. Kind of got used to chasing that one. So I'll go with that. See if we can get the line down for some of these corners. That's no good. There's a bump there. There's a couple of nasty bumps on this circuit that can catch you out. Just about kept on the circuit there. There's another one. It's the end of that curb. If you don't turn in fast enough, the end of that curb kicks you out. Just not carrying enough speed around some of the corners. That was a bit better. You know what, I might be better sticking in third. Yeah, I don't spend that long practicing. I get a little bit of time in the qualifying, but I used to spend more time. So we carry more speed through that section. And a lot more brakes through there as well. Lost a bit of time through that. 2071, a little bit off. Yeah, too wide. Went on the power too early there. Yeah, catching the camber helps, but I'm still... It's the braking. Going down to second is not helping. But trying to get the amount of turning you need in third is quite tricky. So I might have to see if I can find a kind of happy medium on it. Didn't do that section very well. So easy to go wide on that bit as well. And you need to catch this white curve, otherwise you end up going wide. See, I can't get that turn in. I need to let it roll more, I think, and then go on the power later. Because the turning's just not working for us. If I can slow down enough, then second gear works, but otherwise I can't get the gearing in. Since they introduced that change, where you can't change down the gears dead fast like you used to be able to. So that was better. That wasn't though. Too much sliding. Yeah, downhill is always tricky. Yeah, it's not carrying the speed on that. That's it's such a horrible corner as well. Right, okay. We can do more of that than the previous ones, we'll be alright. But we're moving further down. It's with the B drivers getting so high up. Because as soon as a B driver overtakes you, then your DR just absolutely plummets. Cheers, Pixel Slapper. Yeah, it's the... obviously, you can only race against who's there. But it does restrict you somewhat. So I've got to finish above the guy in 8th. I mean, I'd have to finish above that to get DR anyway, but if he finishes above me, then I think the DR's out the window. Well, that's kind of what we're after. Let's try and make fewer mistakes, hopefully. There's a couple of nasty penalties on this. couple of times I've just clipped the grass or slightly gone off a curb and it's given you like 1.5 or 2 second penalties. It's just ridiculous penalties. But we'll see how it goes. Unfortunately, it's a 4C in front. So I'm going to be on him before the first corner. I mean, that wasn't great, but we gained a place, I suppose. Hey Mike, how's it going? That'd be good. Itchy nose, excuse me. Well, that went alright. Made a mistake there by trying to go up the inside because I lost all of the slipstream. Got dirty tyres now. I mean, you can flash all you want. It's not going to change anything. Phew. Hey, Tom, yeah, they are a bit. Oh, he just missed that wall. I thought he was going into it. Yeah. I mean, he could be on controller. I had to unmap the button for flashing your headlights because I used to do it all the time by pressing my thumb on the stick too hard. There's a decent gap behind. Nearly took him out there. Sorry about that. Oh, they both did it. I don't know what he's barging me out the way. He's trying to push me out of the way to get past. He is so going to try and pump me off on this corner. And he tried to put me in the wall. I'm thinking Muppet rather than Puppet. Just pushed the path all the way through. Hey Henry, how's it going? Didn't see you there, sorry. I bet he'll moan though. Lost SR though. Save the replay. Yeah, Puppet left. Yeah, some iffy racing there, but hey, we've gained some DR. How much SR did we lose? We lost a chunk. We did lose a fair chunk. No, I'm not doing. I don't do race C. It's too long. I don't like the long races. I can barely concentrate for race B, let alone race C. This is Lago Maggiore. It's a fictional track in GT7, and I didn't put a ghost on, did I? Didn't he just reset the leaderboards on that today? Because everyone was cheating. And if we get the physics changes, that are rumoured on Thursday, then they'll probably reset everything again. It is, it's a good circuit. This is the reverse layout. I mean, it's pretty decent both ways round. Yeah, you can't change the setup though. You're kind of stuck with what you get. That might be a penalty, I think. Yeah, thought it was. No worries, pixel stopper. Conservator, if only. Well, thanks. You can see how much the car in front slides under braking. The back end proper spun out. If I took a wider line through there, I'd probably be able to carry more speed on that bit. Well, that was a little bit better, I think. No worries, thanks for popping in. Need to turn in more on that corner. I mean, it would be nice to be able to change the downforce and stuff, but it's always a balancing act with downforce, though, isn't it? If you add too much, it kills your top speed. That was better. I mean, I can have a look. Lost a bit on that. They did used to do it a lot. They went through a period of letting you change the suspension and downforce. Oops. I'm not going to get to the end of this lap anyway. Yeah, it just went over. But never mind. Right, let's see if we get in this one. I would imagine it's going to be the same. Pretty much. So there's GT in front of us. So if you go into car settings, settings sheet, detail settings. So you don't really get anything on that. Your downforce is there, which obviously you can't change. There's nothing you can change. Apart from, and you can't even change your tyres, because... I mean, you can't change it. Yeah, it changes the stuff. On the bop, you can't do anything. Yeah, it does the it does the weight and the what's the name, but you can't change any settings other than brake parts, and it changes that for you. There's nothing to do about it. Yeah, weight and HP, because that's what the bop is, isn't it? It changes the weight and the power of the cars to balance them all out. To a degree. But there's not a lot you can do about the gearing and the... It's only the weight and the power they change. Hey Lee, how's it going? Hope you're good. Need to try and keep pace with these. Worried about hitting that wall again. Oh, that might be a penalty. Yep. 1 second for that. The penalties are insane on this. That was literally a pixel over the line. We are going to lose a load of places. Just the one place, pretty good. Too slow around there. Yeah, it's waiting. That's it. It's pretty much. There's nothing you can change though. It's all set for you. You can't change anything other than the brake parts. It's the only thing that's adjustable. I've been doing alright so far, Raoul. I mean, just outside the top 100 of the quali time, so it's not too bad. We need to see if we can try and keep this position and not do anything stupid before the end or pick up any more mad penalties. Or do that. Oh, I completely messed that up. It's just the wheel users get salty when you beat them, though. Yeah, we're not gaining any DR from that. I don't know, why would anyone get salty over bumper cam? Because cockpit view is terrible in this, unless you use VR. It's not really, because it's difficult to know how wide your car is. Bonnet cam is a cheat mode, because you can see exactly the width of your car. Car doesn't recover. The car recovers exactly the same regardless of the camera. Camera doesn't change how the car drives. Car drives exactly the same regardless of what camera mode you're in. I see I didn't put coast on, did I? No, it's exactly the same. If anything, VR's better because you get the proper field of view. In fact, VR is the only true field of view you get. Plus you can look around in VR, which you can't do that in any other mode. Not effectively, anyway. Obviously, you'd lose the delta and stuff like that. Oh, I messed that up. It's not, it's exactly the same. Controller has a buffering on the steering. So you can't steer left and right as fast as a wheel. And you also can't turn the wheel as far as you can on a wheel. Yeah, wheel control's different than a controller. You actually get proper direct steering on a wheel, whereas there's buffering on a controller so you can actually steer it. There's buffering on the throttle, buffering on the brake, buffering on the steering. So yeah, wheel drive's different to a controller. Yeah, it does. It gives you, like I say, it smooths out the it smooths out the inputs on a controller, but it also gives you limitations. Because I know if we're racing at Spa, I can't get a time as fast as the wheel uses, due to the limitations of how the controller works. I mean, yeah, people bounce in between B and A all the time when you first start, and you'll find you stay longer in A each time. I messed that up. Yeah, probably, because it's a weird one, because you can physically move the sticks quicker, but it still delays the input. My controller sensitivity is on 10, it's on the top one, it's on the maximum. I used to drive it on 5, and to be honest, I've not noticed an awful lot of difference. I wouldn't put it on 2, the car would take forever to steer. I do notice the difference when it's that slow. But yeah, I'm not changing the sensitivity. But if I steer left and right on this, you know, I can flick the stick left and right and it's barely moving the steering, and I'm going full stick left, full stick right. But it doesn't catch up. You get a little wiggle and that's it. Whereas if I was doing that on a wheel, I could weave left and right dead easy. And you just can't do it on a controller. See, I wouldn't use gyro. I've tried it, but I find it drifts. So I'd be steering different amounts as I go around the circuit, because the gyro's not quite the same place all the time. I know some people really like it, but I don't trust it. No, I'm saying the gyro has a problem. I'm not saying I'm saying the gyro drifts. It doesn't stay in the same place. So if I steer at a certain amount to get around one corner, the controller's not perfectly in exactly the same place every time you go around the same corner. Because the gyro moves a bit, it doesn't reset to center properly. So it's not as consistent. I don't know, I've seen plenty of people spin out on the controller. But yeah, you can't turn, I can't get as much steering angle as a wheel can. But that goes both ways. I mean, I can't steer enough to induce understeer, where you can on a wheel. I can turn the wheel so far that the tyres are not facing the right way properly. And that the car just plows forward because you've lost your steering, because you've turned the wheel too far. And you can't do that on a controller. But the problem with that is on a track like Spa, there's a couple of corners where you can take it flat out on a wheel, but you can't on a controller. Well, I'm not actually cutting the track limits because I'm in the track limits. Yeah, they can be pie thief on this one. There's some ridiculous ones. But then there's some weird ones as well. Right, we keep losing DR because there's B drivers in the lobby. Well, yeah, you kind of learn the track limits, don't you? You drive to what the game allows. And the fastest times use the track limits. No worries. Enjoy your racing. Good luck. It must be horrible at the back of this. Did it stick you on the straight? It must stick you around the corner if you're at the back of the grid. Or does it? Yeah, it does, I think. Yeah, it's horrible. That they need to sort out the rolling starts on this. Some of them are really bad, like Spa. This car behind is going to be gunning for us. Oh, someone's pushed him out the way. It is. He's tried to con the thing. Oh, there's Muppet again. Surprised they didn't give me a penalty for hitting him. Well, let them two battle it out. Hopefully we're far enough away that we should be alright. Tyres are suffering a bit though. Just need to stay within a second of the car in front. Oh no! Unexpected podium. Unexpected second. Wow. Well, that was a bit of a turnaround, wasn't it? A couple of freebies at the end. I mean, we needed to finish in front of Klee. There's so many B drivers. I'm guessing Maverick and Matt hit each other into the wall. Is what I'm guessing. I mean, I need that after all the DR we've been losing. Second place will help a bit. And we got some SR back as well. Yeah, it was a tricky one. Oh, sportsmanship rating is nearly back at the top again. That's gone alright. Our driver rating has gone up a tiny bit as well. Need some more of that, basically. Some more like that one. Let's get some of this water. Right. Let's try that ghost. Always worried about hitting that wall. Ah, that's penalty. Yeah, there is. It's horrendous glare when you go around there. A little bit slow through there. Hey, here's Rooms. How's it going? Fourth. I did get a win on this, I think, earlier in the week. Or was it? Did we get a win? I can't remember. I might be thinking of another race. I can't remember if we got a win last night. I might be thinking of last week. How's it going, dude? Very good. I was probably thinking of last week. Because this week it was, we've only been on yesterday, wasn't it? It was Carnage for most of it. You know what, I reckon that's really tricky on a controller, that corner, to get the steering angle in. Ah, penalty. That's no good. Could have got on the power slightly earlier then. Not the best. It's the corner down here where I'm losing so much cut time. I just can't get that turn in. I'm just getting on the power slightly too early, I think. Second gear gets you around it, but it just feels weird. It's so easy to go flying off. Start on the same trajectory and it just drifts wide on me. Maybe just one of those corners that you need to have a wheel to get the best of it. I think that's a penalty anyway. Yeah. It's mad that, isn't it? 1 second penalty for cutting a tiny, tiny bit. Literally pixels and no advantage at all. Yeah, I might have to try something like that. Yeah, I might have to try that. So you can't pull away in third on that with a 1 second penalty. Right, let's see if we get in this one. Oh, we've got some different people. Ryan's in. Instinct's in. Got Matt. Clay. So many B drivers. Nobody must be doing this race this week. Everyone must be on race C. Or race A, or just people aren't playing this week. Because there's the mix in this lobby, just nobody seems to be liking this race. Because you wouldn't normally see this many B drivers. It must just be a really unpopular race. Which is no good for DR, because there's a few times we should have gained it. And because there was B drivers who finished ahead of us, we didn't. Just see if it's still raining. Can't really tell, don't think it's hitting that window. That's mad. Yeah, it's just not... I think it's just not a popular race. I mean, I'm going to see what happens later in the week with what changes on Thursday. But if it's just going to end up like that, it's going to be a bit mad, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, this can't be the top split lobby for this race. It's just bizarre. I mean, I used to see some weird lobbies on a Sunday. But not on a Tuesday. Oh, cheers for putting us in the grass. I think this race is pretty much over already. Got dirty tyres as well. I mean, I wouldn't expect an RTR driver to go putting you in the grass. Someone else has come unstuck. See if we can get past this guy. I mean, we'd have to get up to about 5th to avoid, to get any DR out of this. Just have to see how close we can get. Someone else has come off. Someone else has come off. What is going on? I mean, that could have been a lot worse. That could have been a lot worse. I don't think we're going to gain any DR from it, but that could have been a lot worse. And that's why you don't give up on a race. Especially one like this. Oh, we gained DR. Excellent stuff. We lost SR. But I'll take that. Juan Carlos. Oh, what's his problem? Well, that went well enough. I don't know what his problem was. Right, I'll do one more. See if we can finish on a decent race. I've jinxed it now, like, but... So our DR has not really moved. I think it's a tiny bit better than it was when we started. Due to that second place, mostly. And our sportsmanship rating's dropped a bit, but it comes back pretty quick with a clean race. Not that it's as much chance of a clean race. But yeah, we'll go for one more. Let's try his again. Always a bit paranoid about hitting that first corner. That's a penalty. I think it gave me about 2 seconds for that last time. No, 1. Well, we managed to stay pretty close that time. I mean, there was a lot of luck in that. But you can always rely on people to make mistakes in this race. And sometimes, you know, 2 races we've got lucky in getting places. When on the grass, you lose so much speed hitting the grass. Due to the weird way Gran Turismo works, if you can at least keep a pixel on the track, you're alright. Because the tyre model's quite basic in Gran Turismo, it counts as being on the track until the very last pixel of tyre is on the grass. And the same, you don't get dirty tyres until all 4 wheels are on the grass. So if you can keep at least a pixel on the curb, you're okay. You don't get dirty tyres. That's too far. Hey, Catch. Bit of a mixed bag, to be honest, Catch. Mostly Carnage. We've managed to gain a tiny bit of DR overall, I think. But yeah, just going to do one more race. Which, as we know, is completely jinxes it. I missed a gear change up the hill. Well, that's the best I've done that corner. Oh, that was close. That was surprisingly close. No. Totally the wrong angle. If I'd got a better exit onto the straight, I might have beaten the time. Messed that up. Not that I'm going to finish the lap anyway. But I reckon I can beat me time. Yeah, I reckon that time's beatable. I mean, not by much. Right, Instinct's gone in front. So at least he's not going to pump me off this time. Some interesting pings going on. He's in the Mégane as well, so at least they won't have to worry about him being in the way. But this lobby is... the lobbies in this race are horrendous this week. Just nobody's racing it. I think it's because it's the reverse. If it was the the normal way round, more people would race it. I think people just don't know the reverse circuit, but as I was saying last night, I actually learned the reverse circuit first. But yeah, we're going to have to get a decent finish if we don't want to lose DR. I mean, if we can gain DR from this, that'd be great. DR and SR gain would be ideal. But let's see. Last race, what could possibly go wrong, apart from everything? But we'll see. Yeah, there's just nobody doing it. This must be what it's like to be an A+ driver. In that every lobby you go in, it's just like, well, I'm not going to get DR from this one. Cheers, Cash. Hey, Smell King, how's it going? That'd be good. Got held up there. I was trying to let him past. So we've let for his Matt to get away, basically. Yeah, there's a lot of UK players on it. Oh, he's gone off. Little bit of a gap now. Nice to gain a bit of speed. Lost a bit of time through there. Hopefully that's not a big penalty. Well, he had to go for the punt at the end to try and get his second place. Properly launched me wide. But at least we should gate D off, man. A lot of Spanish players on. Clean race. Yeah. Shame you can't say the same for others. Right. See where we ended up. Well, our sportsmanship rating's nearly back to the top. There's only a little bit of gap in that. On our driver rating is better than we started. Well, that's going to take a fair few races, I think, to get anywhere near A+. Yeah, it's a good. I reckon there's a good 4 or 5 races left there. Easy. But see if we've got any roulettes. Yes, we've got one. It's been shocking recently as well. See what we get. Oh, this is going to be terrible, isn't it? You know what? I'm going to give that a cheer because it wasn't one of the cars. Because I don't need any of those. Right, let's sort that oil out as well while we're here. At least that's done. Didn't get down to 1 anyway. Right. So, that's it from me for tonight. A mixed bag of races. But we came out with better DR than we started, so can't really complain too much, I guess. Hey, Mellow Yellow, how's it going? So yeah, just caught we just caught as we're going. But yeah, feel free to scroll back and watch some other races. They've been a mixture, should we say. Less penalties tonight. Definitely less penalties than yesterday. But I will be back probably on Thursday. I would guess for the Forza Horizon update for the new festival playlist. Probably Forza Horizon Festival playlist, play through that on Thursday. I'll see what they add into the new updates. They'll usually release the blog post and the video tomorrow about lunchtime UK time, about 1 o'clock UK time. Tomorrow is when the update comes out on the trailer, so we'll get to see what some of it is. But they don't often mention physics changes until the actual patch notes, so I guess we'll see. On the BOP, they don't mention at all. That's for other people to find out. But we'll see. We'll see what they change on Thursday, because we might find out with all the leaderboards being reset, and we might have to requalify. But there's just nobody doing this race this week. It just makes it really difficult to gain any DR compared to last week, which it was really popular. But anyway, thanks everyone for coming in. Thanks for the likes. Don't forget to leave one if you haven't already. Thanks for the subs. Thanks for chatting. Otherwise, it's just me sat here talking to myself. And hopefully catch you Thursday. Until then, bye for now.